Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. My friends at Robert Gibb and Sons, a sponsor here of Hutch's Weather, making my broadcast possible, can take care of your commercial and residential needs. These are experts, and they've been around since 1915. Residential, commercial, and industrial projects, please keep them at the forefront of your mind should you have any needs in those mechanical areas. Now, here's a look at what we have going on. First, I got to tell you what, it's a beautiful day out there, but windy and it's hot, and it's dangerously hot. We do have a heat advisory for much of the area going across the region for the day and the weekend. It looks like it's going to stick around well into next week, as we have the air mass battlecast going on around here, and the hot air is winning out, and the cold air, well, I've heard from you. You're telling me that you'd rather see some cooler temperatures. Cheryl, good to have you on from beautiful Park Rapids, Minnesota. Drop a comment, let me know where you're watching from, and tell me whether you like this weather or not. But first, I want to do something here that's a little bit fun, because I must tell you that things are going to be a-changing. In fact, today, I think I could be worried just a little bit about a scene like this. That's right. I'm forecasting a blizzard. That's right, a blizzard here in the depth of July. That's right, because it is the 75th anniversary of the Miracle Treats Day and the famous Moorhead DQ. Raising money for Sanford Children's Hospital. 75 years. Are you kidding me? I'm going to be out there a little later today at 5:30. Come on out and say hi and get yourself a blizzard for a wonderful cause. Brian from Hendrum, good to have you on board as well. Again, see you out there. The Moorhead, the famous Moorhead, the home of the Dilly Bar, right? For Miracle Treat Day. Hope to see you out there. Now, let's take a look at our current conditions on the radar. The temperatures are hot. The winds are gusting. And in fact, in Fargo right now, the airport in Moorhead, it's 82 degrees. And those Blue Angels are ripping the skies over the FM area up today, 86. And it's just, hey, welcome back to all of you. And thanks for your service to this fine country. 86 at the Moorhead Airport, and at Hector. And it's a 37 mile per hour recent gust out there that we're tracking. Elsewhere, Grand Forks, a temperature of 86 degrees out at Emerado, and look at the area there in the Grand Forks Airport, 86 degrees as well. And it's even 81 all the way up on the shores of the big lake right there, 81 degrees for War Road, Minnesota, Lakes Country right now, 79 more comfortable degrees in Detroit Lakes, where Hutch was out taking a stroll on the beautiful shores of the lake today, and Fergus Falls, 79 degrees. Look at the heat warnings that are in place out where you see the pinks. This is in southwestern and western North Dakota. We have red flag warnings for fire danger because it's just so dry. We have very strong winds, and we have, excessive heat, but it's a warning out there. Take a look at these temperatures, would you? Let's go to the nearest radar. You're looking at 100 degrees up there in Poplar, Montana. I've been there a few times. Wolf Point, home of the Stampede Rodeo, 100 degrees right now as we look in Glendive. Look at that ridiculousness. To my family and friends in Glendive, 106 degrees is the air temperature. The good thing is absolutely it is a dry heat out there. Hi, Jerry from Breckenridge. Good to have you on board. Brad Cullum, thank you very, very much. And again, check this out, Brian. Thank you for your stars. And let's take a look at those temperatures out in parts of western North Dakota where we have heat advisories. 95 in Bismarck. But look at this, Glen Ullin, 104. So the triple digits are slamming into even the lakes area out there near Lake Sakakawea. Look at Beulah, 104 degrees. Get up on the shores of the lake, the winds from the south, so you're getting a little bit of a cooling effect from that lake breeze, if you will. It's 95 degrees there. And I do call foul on this one. I do believe we have some sort of an error here at Ryder. I do not believe it's 32 degrees. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say there's probably an instrument problem there. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the forecast. Yes, it's going to be hot. It's going to be windy. Let's go to the hour forecast, and it does look dry, at least for the next 24 hours. This hourly updated model gives us some guidance as to how things are going to go. This is not the sticky tracker this time. We're just going to look at the wind. See the isobars, these black lines when they're close together? We're going to have ripping winds out of the south. The heat stays. Thunderstorms in the big sky country of Montana could be very windy because it's so dry there, those thunderstorms have to rise to high heights before we start to see a cloud base. And then when the big updrafts start collapsing, we end up with a lot of the rain evaporating, and that adds to the cooling effect, and that adds to the wind. Windy thunderstorms. Does that heat in Montana make it harder to breathe with the altitudes? Brian, that's a great question. Heat at altitude can really have a little bit more of a profound impact because there's less oxygen. Now, in the eastern plains of Montana, it's not that high, but once you get Billings and out towards Helena and Glasgow, you start getting up at more impactful elevations. So keep that in mind. Yes, it can certainly have an effect on your body. Now, as we go through the nighttime hours and into your Friday morning, the western Dakotas may see a few windy thunderstorms. They're going to be hit and miss, mostly miss. Not a lot of rain in your forecast. 83 in East Grand Forks. Thanks, Barbara, for your report there. And now, as we go through the night and toward morning, we're looking at 5 in the morning here. Look at these isobars. The James River Valley will have winds gusting over 40, maybe 50 miles per hour. Not a lot of trees to slow it down there. You're going to get a break from the wind, though, as we head towards the morning hours. And the strongest of the winds will be right here in the valley to start your Friday morning. Now, that's a look at the Friday morning forecast. I think we stay thunder-free for most of Friday. Friday night will bring our best chance of some stormy weather. So in the interest of time, in the interest of getting you out on the way and enjoying what you want to do for your day, let's talk a little bit about your forecast. I got a report from Chrissy here, says clear and sunny in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. Chrissy, it's a blessing to have you on board here. Grand Rapids, beautiful Grand Rapids, Minnesota, checking in right now, where we will have a morning low that will be close to around those mid-60s out here in Grand Rapids. 68 for Bemidji, Park Rapids in those upper 60s as well. So the coolest weather out near the shores, the North Shore, low 60s there. We're talking 70s and 80s for overnight temperatures. First thing in the morning, still in the 80s out where that sizzle-worthy nonsense is out there. And the cool spots, those little splotches you see out there, a result of some morning showers. Gusty winds to 43 miles per hour, particularly in the valley. I would not doubt if we see a 50-mile-per-hour gust for you in Jamestown. Hold on to your cowboy hat or whatever hat you're wearing, really. Small dog alert. Make sure you put rocks in the pockets of small children because it's going to blow tomorrow. Now, as we go through the day, the wind remains gusty here in the valley. Look at the heat. It moves out of Montana. Those cooler northwest winds take hold out there, but they will not make it here. We're talking mid-90s to upper 90s. I do think we have a shot at seeing 1 or 2 triple-digit readings here or there in places that haven't seen a lot of rain. It's going to be nasty. And I got to tell you, you got to remember those symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. The opposite takes effect in summer. You know, in winter, when you get frostbite, we say warm your hands slowly, don't put them in water. Don't do that in the summer. If you feel dizzy, if you feel pale, if you feel like nauseous, those could be signs of heat exhaustion. Heat stroke, you start getting confusion. Maybe you even stop sweating. It's not everybody doesn't stop sweating, but if you do, then it's dangerous because that's your body's cooling mechanism. If you notice that, you need to cool off pronto and dial 911. Those heat stroke symptoms are serious because once the body's core temperature reaches 104, vital organs start shutting down. Check on your neighbors. Stay cool. Seek shade. It can be 15 degrees cooler in the shade. And we will have heat indices, heat index values over 100 degrees here in the valley tomorrow, thanks to all this nonsense humidity we got in place from the Gulf of Mexico. All right, those Blue Angels hailing from the Gulf Coast probably feel right at home here in our weather in the northern plains. Very hot, though. They're not used to heat this high unless you get inland just a little bit. Now your forecast for the next 7 days. Whoop! We've got ourselves a Saturday sizzler out there, 93 degrees, so not quite as hot. And it does look like we'll have a break. We'll have some morning sprinkles here or there, thunder, and then a nice break for most of the Fargo Air Show. If you're going to turkey days, if you're going out to car shows or loco days, it looks like it's going to be a pretty hot but windy day. Then at night, strong thunderstorms will be possible for a few areas. It looks like nighttime storms. A little break again for Sunday at the air show and your outdoor events. It'll be a little cooler, closer to 90 degrees. And then after that, look out, everybody. The storms on Sunday, I do think could be strong to severe. I'm going to look off to the wagon over here and look at my friends at the Storm Prediction Center and see if they're on board with me yet. Man, I don't see it. They have a marginal risk right now for day 3. So today is Thursday, day 2 is Friday, day 3 is Saturday. I think Sunday is going to be pretty nasty. And the reason I say that is there's going to be a warm front in place. And if storms form, if they form, there could be some spin with them. Sunday, from the 1 o'clock hour and on, I think we'll have a chance for some strong to severe storms up in our neck of the woods. If we could just find some woods. I'll let you know if I see any. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, as we close out the month of July, it looks sunny and it's still very, very hot. And again, with extended periods of dry, it could mean even warmer temperatures for areas that don't get rain on the weekend. After that, we cool off a bit on Thursday to begin August. We'll call it a refreshing 84-degree day. So Hutch's bottom line, dangerous heat this weekend. Stay hydrated. I do believe they'll take care of all of you folks going out to the Fargo Air Show. Make sure if you're seeking shade, keep yourself cool. Find a cold shower, rub yourself off with some cool water, and keep your body cool. Stay hydrated with water. There is a humidity that will be quite high as well, making it harder to cool off. Get in front of a fan in the shade. Weekend Thunder does return, and I'll keep you apprised of the latest there. Thanks so much. I hope to see you out at the good old Dairy Queen here, the famous place where the Dilly Bar was invented in Moorhead on 8th Street, for their efforts to raise money for Sanford Children's Hospital on this Miracle Treat Day, the 75th anniversary. 75 years. Have a wonderful evening. Don't blow away, and I hope to see you out there. A blizzard. Woo! Blizzards are cold, right? Just a reminder of what they might look like. Thanks for watching. Check out hutchesweather.com for the very latest, and you can get the latest updates right there on your phone, on your laptop, anytime, anywhere. Thanks for watching. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. We'll check in a bit later. Have a great Thursday afternoon and evening.